coach, psychic, and if you don't know anything about me, I suggest a Google. So you're gonna get all my work that will pop up, and you can just read my blogs. And my astrology blog is one of the top 100 astrology blogs online, so please check it out. Now, getting to the content of this video, it deals with personality types based on astrological archetypes. And the two components of the natal chart that I have chosen to discuss is your sun sign and your moon sign. Sorry. Now, if you are not really familiar with astrology, then you probably know only about your sun sign. But the sun really means your exterior self. That is what it signifies in astrology, how you project your power out in the world. Okay, in a way, your magnetic power, your inner core power that you project out. That's how you want the world to perceive you. That's the sun. Now, the moon is the very opposite. Sun being yang, moon yin. Moon is all about your emotions, your emotional self, your feelings, the way you were nurtured, the way you nurture, the way you interpret nurture. Mother, sun deals with father. So once you really go through the two archetypes that you're dealing with in your sun and moon, then you can really work towards integration, because that's what we are here to do with astrology. We are here to explore archetypes, face our shadows, face the shadows of the archetype that we are presented with in this 3D world. Just really work through that energy, face whatever needs to be faced, purge whatever needs to be purged, assimilate all the information, delete, erase, and then integrate finally. Okay, and once you've integrated every aspect, you come to a wholeness, and that is healing. Okay, the very esoteric understanding of healing is coming to wholeness. So once you understand these two archetypes, you can really start the process of looking into the other archetypes that are present in the natal chart, which I will make other videos and you can check them out. So the moon being your emotional body, these videos will deal with the moon in Gemini. So if you have the moon in Gemini and if you have the sun in Scorpio, this is the right place for you. This is where you can really begin to understand your archetypes. Now, the way you feel internally can be pretty scattered. The moon being your emotions, they can be scattered, they can be all over the place. You can be over-communicative, over-talkative. You're always chit-chatting because you don't allow yourself to feel the deep emotions that you need to feel. If there's pain, you just speak about it and you just, don't explore it in all its fullness. There could be there's a Gemini duality, the two faces of Gemini. They could symbolize duplicitous behavior from your end, and not adhering to your promises or commitments, looking in multiple directions at the same time, and you really need to concentrate. And if you ask me, the placement of moon in Gemini is probably the most problematic. Although the moon is in her fall in Capricorn, which is opposite sign of Cancer, which it rules, and is quite problematic in Scorpio now, which is the other sign involved in this. Now, Scorpio, you have your sun, right? So your sun is your exterior self, how you project your power, and Scorpio is all about power. It's ruled by Pluto, right? And Gemini is ruled by Mercury, which is all about communication, communication, communication. It's also often known as the trickster, by the way. So you could be quite a trickster. But with the Scorpio sun, I doubt it, okay? I doubt it. I'll leave it more to the Gemini, Libra, or yeah, they do a good job of it. But you are more intense, as in you portray a more intense facade to the world. Now, don't get pissed off with the word facade. It just goes to refer to persona, as in the mask. Frida Fordham, who's a Jungian scholar, spoke of the persona, which is the masks, different masks we wear in society. We all wear masks, you know. So it's better we integrate all the shadow aspects of the mask and really face whatever it is that we need to face in our life. We all have to face something or the other, sometimes our deepest fear. Now with Scorpio, there's a huge fear vibration ruled by Pluto, the god of the netherworld, the underworld, the unconscious realm, is Pluto's realm. Okay, so here you've got your sun. So sun is uncomfortable in Scorpio. Okay, and here you've got your moon uncomfortable in Gemini. It gives you a double whammy of feeling iffy. Okay, now Scorpio is all about depth. There's another huge dichotomy here at play. Gemini is superficial, hates depth, hates feeling these gritty, powerful, magnetic, raw, primal feelings. Wants to stay on the surface, wants to just chat, polite conversation, jokes, making fun of this person, starting a new conversation there, hopping off to the next table in the party, starting a new conversation there. You know, all over the place, too many ideas, too many things, too many thought processes at work at the same time, not being able to concentrate. Scorpio hates that. Scorpio likes to get to the very depth of things. So there is huge dichotomy at play here. And it is your soul karma to integrate this. Now, what goes on when you have your sun in Scorpio? You're seen as a deep person. Your eyes are penetrating. You have secrets. Or the moon in Scorpio would actually signify secrets, private. But you are generally a private person. Scorpio people are private people, and Gemini people always have to communicate. So there's again conflicting energies at play. You want to be private, you show a more private aspect, but here comes your moon wanting to ramble all that shit out to the world, right? You don't want any of that. Because here you want to be, of course, depending on your ascendant and where your ascendant lord is placed, all that stuff besides the point. I'm just discussing the sun and the moon. This can play out in very many conflicting ways. Okay, so be mindful of that. Don't have to give in to the absolute murky quagmire of Scorpio, but at the same time, don't just swim in shallow waters with Gemini and just not feel or allow yourself to feel those feelings. If there has been trauma, if there has been anything that you need to feel and you need to experience, maybe you need to cry, it's okay. Scorpio wants to express, wants to feel more than express, wants to feel those deep emotions. And here you do in a way want to feel them because you have a Scorpio, and we all have Scorpio in us, but with your sun being there is a certain depth, and you may find, of course, a lot of trauma in your life with Scorpio happening in the sun. If it's ill aspected, any planets over there, any problem happening there, then with Scorpio sun, there can be a lot of shifts and fluxes. Gemini, also moon people tend to move around a lot, so that could be at play in your life. If you need balance, you will need to understand the need of Gemini to just be in its shallow waters and really bring that Gemini energy into more depth, and of course help that Scorpionic energy to rise up from such a dense vibration and to really rise up into a more airy vibe that Gemini has, and to communicate that to the world. You know, you can become a psychologist, you can write about psychology, you can really, if you have your again your Mercury in the 12th house, you can work with tarot with this placement. It's really amazing because here you have Gemini's need to communicate and about all things dark and deep and platonic. Don't forget Scorpio is also ruled by Mars, so there's a lot of the two huge malefics are placed in Scorpio. So, and if your sun's on the 29 degree, then woohoo, I will make a separate video on 29 degrees. So if you're wondering, yes, it's coming up, but for now I hope that you can balance this superficiality and this intensity and come to an integration, and from that sense you will be able to balance yourself. Now I hope that video helped and you liked what I do. If you do, check out all my other videos and subscribe. Don't forget that. Like, love, share. Find me on social media. Read my blogs. It's Tina Heals. I am so very happy you are here. See you soon. Bye.